for the same reason. Soaking of knowledge, learning lesson in the sun. Raised amongst infinite ones, divinity sprung from an idea. Religion, division, oh that's just an idea. Mind's eye opaque in this dirty shark tank. Beaten. We gon' get into the moon in Scorpio, you dig? Sun in Virgo. It's on my Origins album, check it out. Throw away the magnums, classical MC apocalypse 4. Trash disaster, the 47 matador. Chakras align, flower of life, put fire into ashes. No substance rappers could catch a death to rebirth. Kanye West in the beginning, now you looking prime time in my life in poverty. Running to the end zone, past the pot of you smoke. The young indigo see me in real life. Have you thinking what is life while I hustle over steel mics? Feel the vibe, hit the beat right. Laughed out his promise, fire for his pride. Can't see on the face what you fakes and utter dismay. Getting to the cake before the money hit. I'm clever to speak, rather unique. Oh, and my karma is clean. My third eye vision, clear and transparent. No fingers in the fan yet, but I'ma make trillions. Buried to Jane, I caught fire while cops fire in the streets, raised in the belly of the beast. Nothing but the sense. Super Saiyan 3 times 3. That's 9 lives. I beat the kitty 9 times out of 10. I beat 10. Cheeks hit this young lord, then God flow to you heathens. Brought me the power in me. Young Getty Eskimo, psycho killer consciousness. Might just buzz a nut on her breast, yes. He's like away the stress. In the meantime, never do, you know, it's for the meantime. I ate it up. Make sure the chookie right first and then ignite her and make her bite a lip. And live in the future says her feet for the sex. I like that first shave, little rectangular patch. Mommy nice in that sundress. She the moon, I'm the sun. Put some mental in there, be in a closed casket. Now you rest in peace, no disrespect. You see, we hold a candlelight vigil. No disrespect, you see. Can't touch my cheese. Especially if you get a prenup, baby. No, you can't touch my cheese. Might pay you 100 cheese. It's like, nah. Pimp 101, holy conscious, let me teach sinners. In the past, I'm the same as another. Pass the shine, my brother, to another. We all getting to the cheese. No jealousy, just inspiration to the ones close to me. Devotion to each other. This human race is something we could change into a prospering civilization. Now take a breath. So I'm here, you know, that's for the meantime. Right now, cause my time's now, it's land of the lost, but the lost will be found. So yeah, that's the little song called King Selassie I, and this on the Origins album. And this is the moon in Scorpio with the sun in Virgo. Astro weather report, you dig? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We got the moon, sextile, and Pluto, right? Because Pluto retrograded back into Capricorn, right? So we're dealing with the opportunities to transform and change in a deep way, right? And this moon in Scorpio, keep in mind, is going to be a debilitated circumstance situation because the moon doesn't do well in Scorpio, doesn't do well in Capricorn, and it's kind of like an interesting space based on those two circumstance situations. Because moon in Scorpio is a very transformative moon sign. We kind of got to get ourselves out of the deep waters and work with those deep waters while we're at, you know what I'm saying? And then also the moon in Capricorn is a space where you're at work. So us having this moon in Scorpio, sextile, and Pluto, we're going to see the opportunity to transform ourselves and transform our status. And then we also have the moon square in Mercury, right? And the moon in that square to Mercury being in Leo is going to be a space where we have to learn how to be more productive based on our thought patterns and what our focus is. We're going to have these transformative emotions. We have to learn to harness these transformative emotions to actually and based on our moon and Mercury being in Leo, we have to have the correct focus. You see what I'm saying? So essentially these transformative emotions, we have to channel them and utilize them to have more productive thoughts and more productive visions and better beneficial stage, so to speak. Then moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. You dig? Shout out to Giselia, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody else saying, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luis, my lovely. And we're going to get moving forward with this, you know what I'm saying? So moon and Scorpio trying in a whole bunch of things because Mars just entered Cancer. And keep in mind, Mars in Cancer is a debilitated space. It doesn't do too well there, you know what I'm saying? So you have to feel emotionally passionate about things before you actually move forward with your intentions. But essentially, us being in this moon of Scorpio, being a water sign, we're having the gift. So the trine is the gift. And essentially, based on this deep emotion that we're dealing with, or transformative emotion, we're in turn going to utilize these emotions to actually work with our intentions and passions. And then moving forward, we also have the moon trine Saturn and also Neptune. So there's a whole bunch of gifts going around. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, it's also this grand water trine based on us all having a circumstance situation in the water sign. So like I said, we have Mars in Cancer, we got the moon in Scorpio, and we also have Saturn and Neptune being in Pisces. So all the water signs are being enacted at this point in time. So with the Saturn being in Pisces is essentially restricting ourselves to be in our dream state and actually be in the state where we can achieve our dreams. So you don't want to be in this delusion to a point where you're not building towards positive things and things of that nature. So with this moon of Scorpio, we're going to have the gift based on this deep and transformative emotion to actually transform oneself to in turn build on our dreams, illusions, and nightmares. We're going to get into Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and break down all the rising signs and things of that nature. So Gina, we're going to go ahead and break that down in the next video based on the influences on all signs. Right now, this is just the breakdown of all the astro weather, you know what I'm saying, astro weather report. And, you know what I'm saying, based on the moon also trining Neptune, we're going to have the gift to be in a space where we can utilize our dreams, illusions, and nightmares and also have faith in these illusions, you know what I'm saying, and have faith in our beliefs to a point where we're feeling in a deep transformative way based on the moon, and our emotions are transformative. So essentially, we're transforming our emotions to then in turn achieve our dreams and see the gift to actually look forward to a brighter future, so to speak. And then in turn, we also have a whole bunch of inconjunctions going on, you know what I'm saying, based on the North Node being in Aries and also Chiron being in Aries. And then on the other side of that, we also have Jupiter being in Gemini, which is an inconjunction, aka a misunderstanding. An inconjunction is a 150-degree angle, aka a misunderstanding. So this moon in Scorpio is going to have us in this deep, transformative, and passionate, internally passionate emotion to a point where we may not actually have our mind in the right space to achieve our saying purpose and things of that nature. So the North Node being in Aries is having this individual purpose. And then, so being where that we have this in conjunction going on, you don't want to be in such a transformative space and be too deep in the waters to a point where you're like emotionally reacting to things to a point where it actually doesn't benefit your purpose and things of that nature. And then also Chiron being in Aries, we're having the wounded healer. Like the wounded healer is very wise because has been wounded and knows how to interact with these circumstance situations where they've been hurt previously, right? So Chiron being here is just like this individuality that's been wounded, but essentially you're wise based on experiencing these wounds. So with this moon, Scorpio, in conjunction that Chiron, it's going to be in a space where we may misunderstand, like, why do I keep on experiencing these, transformations, or why do I keep on experiencing these, like you think about your car, why do I keep on getting hit by everybody when it's not even really my fault kind of thing? And you're like in a misunderstanding space. Like I'm driving in my lane and people keep on, hitting my car, so to speak. Like that's a little way that you could break it down. Like to a point where it's like, dag, I feel internally passionate about my vehicle and my emotions essentially. And you might be in a space where it's like, dag, why do I keep on experiencing these wounds, and why do I keep on getting hurt whenever I'm just being my individual self? And the way you could actually like be on a higher octave to this is like realize that there's going to be peaks and valleys, and you have to find that equilibrium space between that, and that's how you can kind of be in a beneficial state to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm going to have high highs and low lows, but how could I find the equilibrium between the two and find myself in a beneficial state? Luis, my lovely, said you a Cancer too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the July Cancers. You dig? Shout out to all the what's it saying? All the I think it's June and July. Yeah, June and July is Cancer. So I shout out to all the Cancers in general, but shout out to you individually for being in the chat. But yeah, moving forward, we have Jupiter being in Gemini, right? So it's essentially that misunderstanding as well to the Scorpio energy. So we're in a space that we may misunderstand our emotions and how to actually utilize these emotions to in turn expand oneself. And these conversations that we're having, we're thinking like, dang, is this actually going to benefit me if I have this conversation or open my mouth or utilize my throat chakra to put myself in a more expansive and see the brighter horizon, or like the new day? You know what I'm saying? And essentially, people may be saying things that don't actually have any meaning to them at this point in time, but you're in a space where the moon in Scorpio is taking it very personally. It's like you're taking that emotion to a point where it's transforming oneself. So like, don't take what everybody says seriously. And some people might just be, you know what I'm saying, talking just to talk. And they may actually not be very wise with their words and things of that nature. So essentially, you want to keep in mind that you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, utilize your conversation to actually put somebody in a state where they want to transform your circumstance, situation, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, have you in a rebirth kind of thing. But yeah, if you can kind of read between the lines there, pretty much what I'm saying is like, be careful who you're talking to and be careful who you're messing with and things of that nature. You essentially want to be in a space where you can actually be wise about your communication style to a point where you're not actually putting somebody in the opposite end of this internal passion, being the moon of Scorpio. And last but not least, we have the moon opposing Uranus, right? So Uranus being in Taurus is this opposite state to the moon of Scorpio right now. So Uranus is that individuality, or that lightning-like change, or being a person that's like predictably unpredictable. We're trying to ground this unpredictability, you know what I'm saying, based on being in Taurus. And it's also opposite to the moon of Scorpio. So you can either add on or oppose to your individuality at this point in time. You could be in a state where like, dang, I just kind of want to be like everybody else and just conform to society and things of that nature. If you want to be on the adding on side to, you know what I'm saying, how the world is changing you and how the generation is changing. Or you could be your own individual, and you're saying, to stay true to your path and ground that path and actually add on to oneself. You're saying, and oppose the actual like status quo, so to speak. And how you can kind of analyze this is in a state where it's like, okay, am I trying to be like everyone else, or am I just trying to be myself? And I'm not trying to actually, I'm saying, utilize someone else's path to try to direct my path. Essentially, you want to stay true to oneself at this point in time. And that's how you put yourself in a more beneficial state based on this Uranus energy. I'm saying, being opposite to the moon. So like, it's like you want to essentially transform oneself and see, okay, how do I want to continue to transform oneself to achieve what I actually want to achieve internally? I'm saying, and put myself in a more beneficial state whenever the moon comes back around in Scorpio again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, dang, you know what I'm saying? I've utilized this internal passion to actually benefit oneself instead of, you know what I'm saying, be counterproductive, so to speak. So yeah, go ahead and tap into the next video. I'm going to go ahead and break down all the influences on all the rising signs and things of that nature. And I'm going to kind of read these comments right now. Right. Some people are just saying wild stuff, and that's normal. I'm used to having people just saying random things and things of that nature. But yeah, you're saying we're not going to get into too much politics and nothing like that as well, if you look earlier in the chat. But yeah, so shout out to everybody that participated in this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the music song, you know what I'm saying, the song for the intro to this video is King Selassie, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And drop a comment to see, you know what I'm saying, let me know how I did and things of that nature, and let me know how you're being affected by these energies, and let me know your rising sign, and also let me know your personal moon sign and how you're actually being affected based on these energies for oneself and things of that nature. So much love and holla back, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tapping in on the live, and thank you everybody for watching, you know what I'm saying, after the fact. I'm saying, peace and love. If you believe in all that, go ahead and hit me in the email if you have any kind of questions, or if you also wanted a reading and things of that nature based on these current energies, or also like an overview of the energies for oneself and things of that nature. If you wanted any kind of chart, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and tap in. I got a whole menu for y'all. I'm saying, like I say, it's CONSCIOUS1347@gmail.com. That's my email. You could also hit my about for the Cash App, you know what I'm saying, if you just wanted to donate and show some love and support the movement you need be in tune with. That's CONSCIOUS1347 at, you know what I'm saying, that's my Cash App. And you know what I'm saying, once again, CONSCIOUS1347. Peace and love. If you believe in all that, stay safe or stay dangerous. I'm saying, tapping into this next video.